Well, hiya, tits. It's me, Brad, aka your drama and cosplay queen 1014. And Sir Quacks. We would like to just thank all our early birds, night owls, and everyone else in between for setting your clocks for 1014 and joining us down here at the warehouse. What are we here to do today? We're here to review the first episode of season 1 for Drag Race Espana. Now, just like I did the last episode for Down Under, I'm gonna watch it and review it. I did watch it last night, but I was very tired when I watched it. Anywho, because I thought it premiered at midnight last night, and I found out at like 10:30 that night that it premiered the midnight prior. So sorry, but hey, it'll help refresh my memory. Now, there was a lot going on in this episode. There was more judges than I had anticipated. Everybody, I can kind of speak Spanish just a little bit, but I can understand it a lot more than I can speak it. So when everything started, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're talking way more quickly than I'm used to hearing. And it was nice though that I was able to understand a lot, because even in some of the subtitles, I'm like, wait, that word doesn't mean that though. Like they were kind of close. But yeah, let's just get up into this review, everybody, shall we? Also, I want to apologize now, just in case. Not just in case. I know that I will probably pronounce a lot of these queens' names wrong, and I am very sorry that when that happens, I'm sorry. I will definitely learn the names for sure, so I do not disrespect any of these queens or discredit in their work. So yeah, I'm very sorry that if I butcher anyone's names. Please forgive me. So there is a cash prize for this series, this franchise. So that's cool. The equivalent of $30,000. I think that's the equivalent of $30,000. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I'm not good at currency. I should learn it though, because like I mentioned before, me and my honey are moving to Europe in about a year or two, so I should learn currency, huh? But I want to say that we will definitely be visiting Spain for sure. It has been one of our destinations that we've always wanted to go to, that I've always wanted to go to when I was growing up as well. And I'm just gonna come out and say it now. A lot of these queens out of drag are like, whew, they're like fine and gee. All right, let's get up into this girl. So first in the workroom was Arancha. I think that's her name. I'm so sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Oh my gosh, she is so cute. Like, she's coming to the workroom like, like a fantasy, like come to life. Like a little girl got a big Barbie dream house, life-size Barbie dream house. She's cute. I like her. And she's just like, oh, and some of these queens too out of drag, like such a huge difference outside of drag. No? Oh my goodness. When Sagittaria walked into the room, I was like, oh, we got a basic one here. They showed her a confessional. I'm like, oh, she's young. She'll learn and stuff like that. If you're gonna do a look with no titty, then make sure that your boy nipples are at least covered or have rhinestones around them. You know what I mean? I don't know. That just kind of like threw me off. I was like, ooh, basic bitch. Sorry. Oh, and then this next queen, I was all like, ooh, Gottmik and Utica had a baby. Oh, she's interesting. I like how she's like, oh, what a hot mess. I like her. I'm gonna wait a little bit though to see how she really pronounces her name, because she said it way too fast. So it's like Jugacior Curiente or something like that. I want to get it right. Oh yeah, and before I forget, I did notice this last night. Before I forget to bitch, the music for this series was pretty much literally just all RuPaul songs it seemed like. And don't get me wrong, I love RuPaul and I love RuPaul's music, but it was just like way too much and kind of like randomly like placed. And like they didn't have really much background music between like cuts of the girls and stuff like that. Like, or I don't know, the sound editing of this so far is really weird. No? Am I the only one who thinks that? Carmen Farala comes in next, and I was like, oh, the body queen of the season. And then they go to the confessional out of drag, and I'm like, you are so sexy. Oh my gosh. Whew, there's so much sexy up in this, and I am excited. So much eye candy. Can't wait till I'm actually there to go shopping for some candy. Another thing that I should point out is like through this, I was like, the episode, I mean, the makeup for Carmen was kind of a little rough for me. Especially like right here, the beard and like the contouring, because like she's gorgeous, don't get me wrong, it's just she needs to soften it up. Like right now the makeup is just a little Nicole Paige Brooks. Sorry, Nicole Paige Brooks. Just need to sharpen it up to make it look more, what's the word, like womanly, I guess you can say. The word I'm looking for is feminine. Yeah, Sagittaria is kind of cute out of drag too. And then we get Poopy Poisson coming into the workroom, and she is dressed up like she is coming from Oktoberfest in Germany. I was like, ooh, Camp Queen. Always gotta love a Camp Queen. And I am excited to learn about the Camp Queens in that culture. This is why I love these franchises, because we get to learn like more culture that us as Americans, we're not accessible to have. And you know, vice versa to all the other countries that watch RuPaul's Drag Race US. So it's very nice. I like that platform, and I like that we get to learn more about the culture and all that stuff. And then we had Killer Queen walk in the room, and I was like, ooh, I'm loving this outfit. And we come to find out her outfit is a reference into her being a doctor outside of doing drag. So I commend her for her work in the medical field, and I'm assuming the work that she's had to do during the global pandemic of coronavirus. So thank you so much for that, Killer Queen. And oh my gosh, she's kind of cute out of drag too. No, kind of a little bit looks like Kevin Alejandro. One of my favorite actors. If you don't know, he was Lafayette's boyfriend in True Blood. If you guys more recently, he's in Lucifer, if anybody watches Lucifer, as the detective's ex-husband. All right, so let's continue on, no? So Vima was up next, and I was like, ooh, do we have ourselves an alt queen for the season? I was interested. Also very cute out of drag. A lot of these boys need to call me. She also looks like Miss Fame a little bit, no? But we come to find out that Sagittaria and Vima know each other. So let's find out what that's all about. Next in was Inti, and I was all like, ooh, she kind of giving me a little, you know, David Bowie-esque thing. And then gonna zoom down, I was like, ooh, meaty tuck girl. But no, she is fabulous. I love her look in the confessional. Girl, yes. And we come to find out she has a purse that is an intersex purse, quite literal, actually. Very interesting. I like it though. Drag Volcano is next, and ooh, dramatic. No, super dramatic, and yeah, she looks quite fabulous. I was like, what kind of shoes is she wearing? And then we come to find out she was actually on stilts. That's pretty cool. I think that's the first time that we've seen on Drag Race, right? Stilts. I mean, besides Ivy Winters, but we've never seen someone walk in on stilts. Did she walk in on stilts? I think. Oh, I can't remember. Next up in the workroom was the Macarena. She's cute. I like her. Super campy, but like almost in like a Nina West clean kind of way. I like it. I can't wait to see what she brings. So the Macarena, I believe this is the first time in Drag Race history, brought food for everybody. And it's not poison. Now, one of the things I wanted to point out was Sagittaria was being a little bit too harsh on a lot of the queens up in her confessionals. And I was like, girl, calm down. Because your outfit is not even that great. Like, you're basic and you shouldn't be judging the girls like that. No la querés. Man, don't stop. I'm gonna start trying to say that. No la querés. So Miss Supreme is our host for Drag Race Espana. Gorgeous. And we get hola hola la Supreme walking into the workroom. And honestly, out of drag, she kind of a little bit looks like Mark McGrath. The lead singer of Sugar Ray. I just wanna fly. I'm just kidding. Oh, I sound like a Carmen girl. So she welcomes everybody to Drag Race Espana and introduces the pit crew. Oh. Why? Because they're rolling in on a bowl. One of those mechanical bowls that you find up in the bar or one of those restaurants that you have to hold on to. Now, I've never actually ridden one of those things and I want to. They had to do a photo shoot actually, and they had to give the best pose on that bull, and a lot of them didn't do that well. A lot of them fell off. Miss Carmen held the hell on. Her huevos were popping out, shall we say. So sad that I can see a peek of that. No. So that was funny. Okay, so Hugarcio is the name. Hugarcio. Got it. Now, I don't know if they introduced the photographer. If they did, I didn't catch it. I'm sorry, because I want to credit his work. So we get to the winner, which was Carmen Farala, and she gets an advantage for the Maxi Challenge. And we come to find out what the Maxi Challenge is after they de-drag. So everybody is dragging and everybody's saying who the trade is, who the trade isn't, all this stuff. Ooh, one of them untucks and it takes her a minute and it goes like this, libre. And that is such a relatable freaking feeling. If you are a drag queen, you should know. Is that like the equivalent of when women, because I can get that too sometimes, like when you just want to take your bra off, everything is so hot and like, you know, the condensation kind of like wet and stuff. Ugh, oily. No. We get a little storyline from the Macarena when they're de-dragging and how she is comfortable with her body because she has fluctuated up and down with her weight. I mean, I can relate to that for sure. I'm still kind of on a little bit of a weight loss journey myself to try to get, it's mainly just to be more healthy, to be realistic, because I'm at that age where if you don't care what I look like, I don't give up. Because it doesn't matter. I don't have time for you anyways, you know what I mean? So it's just a matter of being healthy so I can stay around longer to do more things good for the earth. So I can relate to that. And she says that she'd taken therapy for it. I'm not sure if it was just like a therapy in generalization to fix herself in general or she went for a specific problem. But she did say that therapy helps, and yeah, it does help. I mean, I haven't taken therapy since I was a child, and I do remember it helping me back then. I'm completely open to the possibility of getting myself back into therapy for sure. There is nothing wrong with wanting to or trying to better yourself, as long as you're doing it for you and, you know, a possibility that you're trying to help at least the world or in some type of way like that. After everybody is de-dragged, they come back into the workroom where I'm assuming they reset everything. And there are a few places where there are boxes full of stuff. And it was a little foreshadowing from last week's Dion Under episode. We get an unconventional material design challenge for the first challenge. And I wish they kind of would have done like the ball thing, because I think that's a great first episode runway where you try to get to know the queens and how they interpret where they're from into their fashion. But this is also a very good challenge to do first, so we can see everybody and how everybody, you know, we're gonna see where everybody's kind of gonna get into the playing field now of who has taste and who needs it, or we're gonna see who struggles here. We're gonna see who's gonna be maybe a front runner for the season. Anyways, so Carmen won, so she got to the mini challenge, so she got to pick her box first, and after she picks hers, Supreme lets loose all the girls, and they don't go by one. It is like Black Friday girl. Oh, girl. Viernes Negro is Black Friday, I think. No? So a lot of people were like looking through their boxes and were having a hard time coming up with like concepts for their outfits. They're like, what do I do with all this unconventional material? In the meantime, over here, Drag Volcano has started working on her outfit and sewing, and it is driving everybody nuts. And I fucking love it because, like, you came to a competition. Like, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. She's doing the challenge and she's trying to win. So, like, she's doing what she's supposed to do. I just thought it was funny that everybody was complaining. And I'm not here so far for Sagittarius' little, like, nabs and dislikes of some queens' actions and or taste levels. I'm just not here for that, and I hope that's not her narrative. We get Dovimo second questioning herself being in the actual competition herself because she feels a little overwhelmed, I think. And I was all like, foreshadowing perhaps? Is she gonna quit maybe? Get a Supreme walkthrough, and she is pretty much like going around telling the girls, you're worried, aren't you? And a lot of them were, because they just don't really know what to do. And she was a little worried for some of the ones who had concepts already. She was just worried that the placement of their ideas weren't going to work with the materials that they were using. So after that, we get next day in the workroom. The Macarena might poop herself because she's nervous, she needs a pill, she needs some chamomile tea, girl. I'd be right there with you, be like, girl, let's just go to the bathroom together, because I'm nervous too, okay? How girlfriends go to the bathroom together. All right, baño, hey. Baño con mi amiga. Amigo baño. Queens come for Carmen's plastic. No. And after confessing my attraction to Carmen, she doesn't really care that she gets a lot of attention both in and out of drag. No, there's not really a problem with getting attention. Now, getting a lot of attention, she's gonna get a lot more after this girl, that's for sure. We come to find out that Inti and her grandmother, her abuela, was very supportive and knew she was queer, and I guess the mom was like, no, he's just an artiste. like madre, that's literally the same thing though. I'm just kidding to all the artists out there. That doesn't mean you're gay. I'm just kidding. But that was a cute little story. And we come to find out about the Maria, the artiste out there. So I gotta look up into her music because, again, I love cultural. This is why I love the franchise. We come to find out a lot of the parents were supportive, which is very nice to know that in different countries how supportive parents are versus the parents out here in the US. So that was really nice to learn. Come to find out, Carmen thinks the Macarena talks too much when they literally just showed her talking for like 10 and a half hours. So as the queens are getting ready for their debut on the runway, they're talking about their outfits. Some of them are like, I'm okay with mine. I think mine's okay. Some of them are very nervous. Some of them are like, I'm not sure where it's gonna go. So we're just gonna have to see. Poopy was pretty, she was pretty in her head about it. She was mentally blocked and didn't really know where to go. And then we get to the runway where Miss Supreme walks out and introduces the judges, which was a very long introduction, so let's not keep it long here. Javier Ambrosi. He is fine. Oh my god, super cute. I believe he's a person in fashion. And then we have Anna Locking, I believe, actress. And then we have Javier Carvo, who is also fine as hell. These menses on this show is, yes, girl. Anyways, so that is, I believe, going to be the residential judges, meaning the judges we will be seeing every week. Guest judge is John Cortarajena. Super fine too. I gotta point out that what Miss Supreme is wearing is fabulous, and I really liked it. She looked sexy. So we get into the runway, and I will be doing the fashions in a different video. So let's just get up into the critiques. I do remember watching this last night though, and I remember that there was some really cool ones that stood out and some bad ones. I was like, ooh, are they gonna get a pass? So we come to find out that Inti, Killer Queen, Arancha, and Drag Volcano are all safe. So we get into the tops and bottoms. We find out that Dovima, Pupi, and the Macarena are in the bottom. Garcio, Sagittaria, and Carmen were all in the bottom. I underestimated Sagittaria when she first walked into the workroom. I mean, yes, this is a little basic, but again, the way she made this and constructed it with unconventional material was beautiful. Loved it. Alright, so we come to find out that Carmen is the winner. And actually, out of all of the outfits, you know, Carmen did a very good job with everything. The way she constructed the outfit, it looked like it came out of a store. So, congratulations for Carmen winning, and all the rest of the queens safe. So that, alright, so we get the Poopy Poison and Dovima in the bottom. They had to lip sync to Sobrevive by Monica Naranjo. Now, this lip sync was a little interesting. Poopy Poison was definitely giving it her all. I'm sorry, it was the Macarena, not Poopy Poison. Forgive me. So the Macarena was like giving it her all, bringing in some camp and some comedy. I want to correct my error earlier. I kept saying Poopy Poison when it was the Macarena. And Dovima, very gorgeous. She did know the words, but she wasn't bringing much as the Macarena. So I enjoyed the Macarenas just a little bit more. So the song ends, and we come to find out that the Macarena has to sashay away. And Dovima gets to shantae and stay. I wish we got to see more from her because she's very gorgeous, and I actually kind of liked her outfit. But that was the judging for RuPaul's Drag Race Espana Episode 1, Season 1. What did y'all think of the entrances? What do y'all think of this cast? What did y'all think of the mini challenge, the maxi challenge, the pit crew, the judges? What did you think of the safes, bottoms, tops? What did you think of the lip sync? Let us know in the comments below. And I, Brad, aka your Andromeda and cosplay queen 1014, and Sir Quacks would just like to thank all our early birds, night owls, and everyone else in between for sending your class for 1014 and join us down here at the warehouse. Until next video, Tootles.